Hello everyone, my name is Clantis and welcome to the clan. So without further ado, let's get into the video because guys, I've got some few things that I want to say about what happened at the North Gauteng High Court at the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. But before I get there, please smash the like button for me so that we can trigger the YouTube algorithm to go fetch us more people. I just want to welcome everybody that is new on this channel. You are officially the member of the clan. Honorable member of the clan. That is how we address each other. That's the name of our community. You are now part of it. Here, we speak our opinions. Here, nobody's a lawyer, nobody's an expert, nobody's a judge, but we use our noggins to think and rub our two IQs together. So I hope you came here with your two IQs so that you can rub them together and leave a comment down below, because now we have a new segment and I am collecting all the suggestions that we are going to call. That segment is going to be every morning. The reason why I'm making it every morning is because I want you, while you are busy preparing for work or traveling to work and you are stuck in traffic or at the taxi rank or whatever the case might be, you'll be listening to the comments and then you would hear my thoughts behind the comment or how I understand the comment to be like, and it's going to be fun going forward. So having said that, if you have not subscribed yet, why are you not subscribing? Be part of this family because here we are honorable members. So let's get back to the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial that is taking place at the North Gauteng High Court. So today, when the High Court resumed in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial, we found out that accused number 5, this is Fisokuhle Ntuli, fell ill. And as a result of that, he did not go out of the court from the what do you call it, holding cell of the courthouse. Instead, there were 4 of his co-accused that appeared in the dock. And then it was said that Fisokuhle Ntuli, or accused number 5, fell ill. But at some point, he did come out and joined his co-accused in the dock, while his advocate or his legal representative, this is Zandile Mshololo, who addressed the court and basically let the court know that her client has fallen ill and he needs medical attention. And she was telling this, from what I observed, to a suspicious judge. Now, I have a thought about this suspicious judge because if I'm listening to him closely, now in hindsight, there was a time where he would say, when I was a lawyer, in the 70s, in the 80s, so I think the judge is struggling with PTSD from the time when he was a young lawyer or young days as a lawyer, where lawyers used to play tricks on each other. So in case the other lawyer has found out new information but needs a day to confirm and consolidate that evidence, and then they bring it to court, or maybe not bring it to court, but as a form of additional notes that is going to cross-examine the witness. Remember, at this point, we believe that the judge is with the state. I believe from what I witnessed yesterday that this judge is with the state. This judge communicates with the state. Otherwise, how do you explain that judgment that he read out yesterday, that he prepared on Sunday? How did he know that there are no handwritten notes, those originals? How did he know for him to sit down on Sunday and make a judgment? So that is why I believe that he's in communication with the state, he's in bed with the state, and I'm not going to be shaken or moved from that position until it is proven otherwise. Anyways, like I said, I think he's just struggling with PTSD. He doesn't trust the defense at this point. Like, why does Mshololo want an adjournment in disguise of her client falling ill and needing medical attention? And so, anyways, he did say that, okay, I will make an order, but the order, it must come from y'all. Y'all need to go and agree with each other on an order as to how do we proceed with this matter. But the judge, because he was suspicious, he wanted to know if Leeuwkop prison had a hospital. I don't know who from Leeuwkop prison that answered the judge and said, no, there are nurses there. And so he said, no, I do not want the accused to be given Panados and castor oil. And then, of course, the court giggled. Me, I was like, that's not funny. But anyways, I would have loved it before now. I just don't trust this judge anymore. I don't care what comes out of his mouth anymore. And then, so basically, he adjourned the court for a few moments while the counsels, that includes the state and the defense, need to sit together and agree on the order about this particular situation. And then about 30 minutes or so later, the court resumed and the judge read out the drafted order by the counsels, and then he added his own to make a final order. And he said that the accused number 5 is to be seen by a medical doctor today and must be treated by that medical doctor, and tomorrow when he comes back must come back with a medical report or a medical letter basically telling the court, I don't know what his ailment was or is, and then the court will resume from there. While all of this is happening, Zungu is just sitting there folding his arms. Okay, fine. The cameras were not there. We didn't see whether he was in court or not in court. But I think he was in court. I was watching all these circles going on in court and basically still standing on the fact that he was with accused number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 26th of October 2014. So I felt like the judge, when he wanted the court to understand that Section 1 of the Criminal Procedure Act, which basically talks about the absence of an accused in the court proceedings, what ought to be done. So of course, because I think he knows that there is fire on his back by the public regarding what he did yesterday, he said, well, we don't want this court to be accused of wasting time, so you're already wasting time in taxpayers' monies. I just want to let you know of that. But he became a human, and then he attempted to cite Section 1 of the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 1977, but instead he asked the ever so enthusiastic state prosecutor, Advocate Baloyi, to read the section, and enthusiastically, you know, Baloyi reminds me of that kid in Sunday school, and then when the Sunday school teacher says, so who's going to read us chapter this, verse that, and then this child just raises their me, and then they start reading with enthusiasm. That is Advocate Baloyi to me, because, oh gosh, he was just going at this section. But anyways, Baloyi did say that he and the defense did agree that accused number 5 ought to get medical attention, and just so the court know that they actually did agree. But the judge wanted something official from a piece of law as to why proceedings need to adjourn in the circumstance where an accused is absent or a co-accused is absent, and in this case it is Fisobuhle Ntuli, accused number 5. So of course the order was signed by the judge and also needed to be signed by the registrar of the High Court, and the judge made an order to the state, to Baloyi, and said you must hand deliver this order to the prison manager or the prison guard, I think, a Mr. Zondo or something like that, and he must not give it to the secretary or the PA of Mr. Zondo. Once again, this shows distrust in this whole matter of accused number 5 falling ill. I'm not quite sure if he realizes that he's human too. So for me, I was hoping that the court would resume today, and of course I was looking forward to Advocate Shololo cross-examining Mr. Zungu. I think Advocate Steve Ramasipili did an excellent job with this witness, because I think he rattled him as they were locking horns yesterday on so many things. There's something that I realized in the cross-examination that the state, I think you already know what I'm about to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it first. I just want to address this part. There is something that the state is avoiding from asking the defense to hand over, because they know if they asked for this evidence, it's going to crumble an already destroyed case for the state. And this may actually force the court to say, hey, you heard yourself. The guy cannot be in two places at the same time. So my biggest interest in the cross-examination by Mshololo was the contradictions in Mr. Zungu's statement. All of us witnessed it yesterday with the courtesy and auspices of the judge, where Advocate Baloyi, during trial, was making corrections and alterations and amendments on a statement that was contradictory, that had names that were not supposed. You guys already saw that. Let's not talk about it because it really does raise my blood pressure, and I don't have blood pressure. But anyways, I have blood pressure now because of all of this. So now let's talk about what is Advocate Baloyi is avoiding. So you remember with accused number 1, he said that he lived in Johannesburg in Sotho Hostel Vosloorus in 2013. And then when he lost his job or retrenched, I think he went back home to KwaZulu-Natal. And he was never in Gauteng or in Vosloorus in 2014 at any point during that year. However, he did return to Gauteng in 2015. I think he said March 2015. So now that's another question. How can he be in Vosloorus at the same time he's in KwaNongoma? That doesn't make sense. But of course, we heard Zungu sticking to his guns that I was with them on the 26th of October 2014. And then accused number 2, this is Danzi. Accused number 1 is Muzi. Accused number 1 is Muzi Sibiya, and then accused number 2 is Ntanzi. It's Ntanzi. I need to get their names correct. I think it's Ntanzi. Ntanzi says that, well, I work at the mine in Northwest, and on that weekend of the 26th of October 2014, I had gone home to KwaZulu-Natal to pay lobola for my girlfriend. And in KZN, I did do bank transactions in that weekend. So again, the state should have his antennas stood up and say, oh, so please submit us the bank statements of those transactions, because that's how you strengthen your case. If your case is really strong, why is the state not seeking for those bank statements? But Ramasipili as well is also being clever. He's taking these bank statements, I think he has them in his possession, and then he's going to fold them. This is his ace that he's going to put up his sleeve, that at any given time the state wants to, he will just pull it out and say, there you go. I don't know what is he saving them for, and I'm not quite sure how late in the discovery of documents is that, because apparently new evidence can be introduced during a trial. So I don't know. Maybe he was going to put it out yesterday or today when, what his name? No, he wrapped up yesterday. This is Advocate Ramasipile. He wrapped up his cross-examination of this witness, but he did not submit those bank statements. So I think they are just an ace up his sleeve, and Baloyi is afraid to ask for them. Why is he not asking for them? Because he knows that those bank statements, together with Makhumalo, Kelly Khumalo, and Longwe Twala, are going to destroy his case, disseminated to his last bit. It will be obliterated, because I already think that all we are looking at in this case is just the foundation, where once upon a time there used to be a state case in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa. It's going to be interesting to see where this trial is headed to. For me, yesterday, my interest of this trial came to an end, because right now what we are witnessing is an unfair trial on the accused. Listen, even if, let's say, the 5 accused men are indeed the people that killed Senzo Meyiwa on the 26th of October 2014, with all this is going on right now, it's still not a fair trial for them anymore. They are prejudiced so badly that even this judge himself seems to be stiffening his neck. I don't know if the court did resume today what or how he was going to correct yesterday's mistakes that he had made. I don't know. I think, again, he already has some kind of prejudice against the 5 accused men. Yes, we know that some of them, or all of them except for accused number 2, who has no criminal record in his name, we all know that the other ones, they are probably scumbags of the earth, but not probably, because they're already found guilty and they're serving long sentences for the crimes that they've committed. But for the people who think that we are defending criminals, I think you're misunderstanding, or you're missing the point here. The point is, punish people that have committed a crime. You don't take a crime and smear on somebody whom you already consider as a scumbag of the earth. That is unfair, because if something like that had to happen to you or to somebody you love, you would want people like us to come to your defense and speak for you and say, no, this is wrong. Get the right killers of your loved one. Now, when you ask them why you guys are defending scumbags, we know. But what you are missing is that this case is being smeared on them. There are 6 people that were with Senzo Meyiwa on the 26th of October 2014. They know the truth, and I'm sticking to that. So at this point in time, all I'm doing as a taxpayer, I'm following this case. Number one, because I'm a YouTuber, I need to report on this matter, analyze it with my 2 IQs, and then we discuss what we think is going on, and also watch my money as a taxpayer that I work really, really hard for go to waste. Again, with the courtesy of the judge. Thank you very much. So anyways, guys, if you like the video, give it a like. If you didn't like the video, give it a like. Anyways, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to click the bell notification once you have subscribed so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. My super thanks are turned on. Thank you so much to everybody that's super thanking the channel and supporting it financially. I highly appreciate you guys. God bless y'all abundantly and your generations. Thank you, guys. And also leave me a comment down below and let me know what did you think about today's proceedings. Oh, by the way, they were postponed until tomorrow when, of course, accused number 5 comes with the medical report. We will hear what was his ailment, if they're going to disclose what his ailment were. I don't think they will because it's private. Also, leave me a comment down below. Share this video far and wide. I will highly appreciate that as well. See you next time with a new video. Goodbye.